Yo, welcome back, y'all. It is raining cats and dogs outside. Oh my god. Listen, I just got done listening to the Jason Lee show featuring the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Miss Marlo Hampton, and it was quite interesting. It was very, 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 very messy, honey. Okay. Now listen, Marlo and Jason Lee are real friends in real life. And so you get some tequila in their faces, you put some cameras in their faces, a lights, camera, action, and it's a whole hot damn mess. Speaking of I am so shocked how so many of you guys turned. Now, listen, I tried to defend Jamie against Kenya Moore, calling her a bitch, and some of y'all were like, well, they're cool like that and they're friends. And so one of my peoples told me that Kenya and Jamie worked together before. So maybe they're close enough to have that sort of relationship where they're calling each other. Okay, cool. I know that. That's fine. But I'm just repeating what the girls, I'm not even repeating it. All I'm doing is showing y'all the video. And I'm like, what y'all think about this? And y'all saying, I'm reaching, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the third. I'm like, sister girl, I can only judge what you give me. I can only judge what I can only talk about what the people give me. These are what the folks gave me. And I'm going to talk about it like the flyer. You wrote on the flyer, speak on it. So that's what I'm going to call it, a speak on it. I can only talk about what you give me. And some of y'all need to understand that. Somebody was like, you did not report it right. And I'm like, girl, I did report it right. I literally showed you the video. And then I asked, because I know sometimes I be, over dramatic about some things. I don't lie about it, but I can be over dramatic. I'm like, oh my gosh, you called her a bitch. And then y'all were saying how it's not that big of a deal. I've called women bitches. Where? Pull the footage. Not in the last 3 years, I haven't. No. I learned early on, if I'm going to have an online persona, if I'm going to pursue this commentary media space as a career, that I cannot call women one of two things: bitches and fish. So pull it up in the last 3 years. Now maybe you'll find something real, real, real old. But I have learned to respect the women's. I do not call women bitches. Not even for fun. Well, I will say that sometimes I use bitch, in a gender neutral way. Like if somebody cuts me off in traffic, it'll be like, bitch. But I don't know if that person is a man or a woman. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like something like that. But I'm not out here calling people, men or women, bitches and all of this stuff. So anyways, I'm like, damn. And then y'all were saying how Jamie deserved to be called. I'm like, damn. I thought I was standing up for a woman. I guess not. Child, let me mind my business, honey. No, welcome back to the house. Listen, I'm so excited to be here with you guys on this beautiful Tuesday evening. I want to go ahead and talk about Jason Lee and Marlo Hampton. They did the podcast and things of that nature, and this was actually my favorite episode of the Jason Lee show for obvious reasons, because it was housewives centered. I love the housewives. And so Jason is super messy. I love Jason. He's one of my favorites. Excuse me. Marlo is super messy. Yes, Jason is my problematic fave. I don't care. I love Jason Lee. I don't care what y'all got. I don't care. I love Armand Wiggins too. I mean, I'm just saying, no tea, no shade. I love both of them. Is there a world where I can love both of them? Okay, I'm just saying, like, I love both of them. Even though Armand has nothing to do with this situation, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's this underground online sort of, narrative that says if you with Jason Lee, then you don't f with Armand, and that is not the case. So I don't want anyone thinking that I f with someone over the other. I with them both. Okay. I try to get along with all the bloggers. Whether they've been shady towards me or not, I'm still going to be a fan. You cannot like me, and I'm still going to love on you. Right? Michelle ATLian Brown, Michelle Messy Brown. And yes, I can call everybody messy because I'm messy myself. I love Michelle ATLian Brown. Now, Michelle when she be talking about the gays and the LGBTQ and misgendering folks on purpose. I don't like that. I'm going to be honest at the situation. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think she's funny. I think she's entertaining. I think she's great. And she's an OG in the game. And she's been breaking a lot of the stories. And a lot of the stories be re-breaking that she already broke 15 years back. So I respect her. I think she's dope. She's in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. I don't think she liked me too much because one day, I think it was about a week or two ago, I went onto her Instagram Live and somebody wrote, why is House of Aaron in here? And then Michelle was like, I don't know why the bloggers be on my page. And I don't know why they creeping on me and why they stalking me and why they do. And I'm like, girl, I come in peace. I love everyone, almost everyone. And now I don't like the fact that you be misgendering folks. Now listen, I misgendered Love B. Scott on accident. She be misgendering Love B. Scott on purpose. There's a difference. But besides the random spurts of homophobia, love her. Who else? Now with certain folks that I just don't with at all. Tasha K is one. Who else is one? It's just certain people that I'm like, oh hell no. She's one. Nosy Ho is another. I feel like Nosy Ho is like, I mean, she's very smart and intelligent, but I feel like she fools her audience. Okay, this is not what this video is about. I get along with Wiley. I support everyone. Okay, now. I support Jason Lee too. Love Jason Lee. Now listen. Marlo was on Jason's show. They got kind of drunk. They started spilling tea. It was a lot of messy moments. Now, I will say, I will link everything in the description box down below, but I will say this. I feel like if you are a loyal candy-coated clicker, you should not watch it. Hold on, my nose. Hold on. So I do encourage everyone to watch the episode. It's my favorite episode of Jason Lee's show so far. But if you are loyal to Kandi, I would implore you not to watch because it's triggering, because it's a lot of Kandi shit talking. It is what it is. It's really messy. I mean, Marlo is revealing the fact that Kandi liked to suck on Todd's toes and his armpits. Okay, that's how messy and nasty it gets. And listen, I don't kink shame. Suck that man's armpits until you can't suck them no more, sis. Period. Whatever you got to do to keep that man. But according to Marlo, he's tired of the threesomes. According to Marlo, Todd is tired of all the girls munching on Kandi's kitty cat. Child, I was talking with the mic on mute for a good 3 minutes, honey. Listen, what I was saying is that if you are a part of the Kandi Coated Clique, do not watch this episode of the Jason Lee Show because it's messy, and it's particularly messy towards Kandi Burruss Tucker. If you are sensitive to folks talking mess about Kandi Burruss Tucker, don't watch this. And I know it's a lot of y'all out there because, like I was saying when I was on mute, Kandi has the most loyal fan base in all of Housewives of Atlanta history, in my opinion. And this is one of the reasons why Escape's booking fee is higher than SWV's. Because Kandi's fan base, y'all are loyal. Y'all gonna show up to the Escape concert. Y'all gonna go to a colored man on Broadway. Y'all gonna show up and watch Samuel L. Jackson in Piano Lesson, August Wilson. Y'all showing up to watch A Mother's Love. Y'all going to the Dungeon Tour. Y'all are buying the single, Legs, Hips, and Bodies. Y'all are doing the TikTok trends. Y'all are commenting under the spoofs. Y'all are watching the Speak On It. Y'all are even paying $5.99 a month to watch the Speak On It lives. So on my platform, and I don't know if I already said this when I was on mute, but we're only 2 episodes in And already there are multiple narratives that Kandi is trying to drive that I simply just don't agree with as a viewer. And the Kandi Coded Clique, which I love y'all, but y'all be under ready to attack like the damn beehive. So that's why I'm saying, if you are sensitive to Kandi smack talking, I would not watch this because it's a bunch of mess. All right, listen. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Marlo Hampton is talking about the Africans, all right? So listen, like I said, I will link everything down in the description box below, but I do have a couple of clips that I do want to talk about. Marlo is talking about the Africans in Atlanta, and she apparently dated one. Now, I have a question for my African viewers. When the folks go onto these platforms, driving home these very stereotypical narratives about Africans in Atlanta being scammers, are you guys not offended by that? I'm confused. Like, I'm offended, so I know there has to be some Africans out there offended.
I dated African before, but that just wasn't for me. That's like a trendy thing going on right now.
In Atlanta.
They just want to be on TV. They want to date who's popular, who has the labels, who has good credit to help with their illegal money.
Illegal money? Calling the Africans in Atlanta scammers.
So it's crazy. It's just not for me.
Okay, well, we have Portia, obvious. Simon Guobadia. Neone. Did they break up? I don't really check for them like that. Shamia, married to an African man. And then Kenya, I believe, dated an African way back when. Nene and Kenya were in LA at the same time. I believe the African man was there. The boyfriend was there as well. Came up to Nene Leakes and said, Kamara is across the street. The man went up to Nene talking about some Kamara is across the street. Kamora who? Kamora Lee Simmons? Who? We know she's out there in LA. Kamora Lee Simmons? No, Kenya Moore. Kamara is across the street. So Kenya, Shamia, Nene, Kenya, Portia. Child, I'm confused at this point. But put a name on it, Marlo.
You just are who you are. You own it. Just enjoy that shit and go.
Now she's talking about Tanya and Portia regarding the Bolo situation. She says that Tanya and Portia were not accepting their present as freak hoes in the house in Charleston, South Carolina, because they allegedly got their peaches cobbled by Bolo the stripper and his thing. That was thangin'.
And I mean, they couldn't own who they really were.
Now, in this next clip, she's talking about, I think she goes on and talks about Portia, right? She kind of goes in on Portia and Kenya. She says that Portia wanted her to just hush up about the Bolo thing. Portia wanted Marlo, allegedly, according to Marlo, Portia wanted Marlo to keep quiet about Bolo. But she also says that Kenya Moore Hair Care used Marlo to go against Portia regarding Bolo. Okay?
They want you to be quiet, to be their hush girls. I don't know what the hell they want, but it can't happen with Miss Hampton.
Right.
Portia blew up and was like, I'm bitch. Now look, I'm not friends with her. You're not going to, no bitch, I'm going to be friends with the fuck I want to be friends with, long as she doesn't know your business. That's all that should matter.
Whoa. Okay. And this is where they kind of go in. Now listen, this is going to revert back to Kenya. Jason Lee tells this story. He was at Neiman and Marcus and saw Kamara Lee from across the street. Kamara Lee. He saw Kamara across the street at Neiman and Marcus. Neiman Marcus in Los Angeles, I'm assuming. And Kenya didn't have no makeup on. So you'll listen to Marlo coming to Kenya's defense. She's beautiful. She's a Barbie doll. She's this, that, and the third. right? But then she'll say that Kenya is a propagandist and used her to go against Portia. And then it goes into this weird random spurt of shadiness regarding all of Kenya's exes. It's quite interesting.
Kenya Moore's skin without makeup is really not cute.
No, I just know she has large pores, but she's a Barbie doll.
Okay, it's a sisterhood because Jason, why did you even say that? Jason, that is so mean. Talking about Kenya without makeup is not cute. That was so mean. And then Marlo comes to her defense saying, well, you know, she has large pores, but she's a beautiful Barbie doll. We love that. Sisterhood. But it goes off the rails very quickly.
Now, you and Portia used to be cool, and y'all fell out because you became cool season 13
with Kenya. Yeah, well, but as always, it was propaganda, just using me to team up with her on what was going on with the boat.
But I blame you, because I told you.
Propaganda. That is so funny that she used that term propaganda. I find that to be hilarious.
But Kenya just uses you. It's just like a man that uses you. She knows how to be sweet and manipulate you.
Okay, so she's calling Kenya Moore hair care a master manipulator. Do I think Kenya used her in that moment? I'm not sure. I don't know. But let's keep listening.
At one point, I was bothered by Kenya not liking me or accepting me because...
Y'all, it's about to get real weird. They literally run down Kenya's whole dating history.
I mean, Miss Former USA, beautiful black young lady. Oh, can't never find a man, can't never keep a man. She finds him and pays for him, but she can't never keep one.
What? It went from, I used to be real hurt that Kenya did not accept me, to she can't find a man, she can't keep a man. Mark is fine, but he left. She paid for Matt, she paid for Walter. This is messy. Is she paying for the Kill Me Crazy CEO too? Like, spill the recency, sis. Now, what Jason should have asked was, did you really date the man from Kill Me Crazy?
Not Mark. No, she didn't pay Mark. Mark got the hell on.
Mark was fine, though.
Mark was fine.
Mark was fine.
She did good with Mark. She married him.
Mark is okay. Mark is okay. Okay, this whole narrative, Mark was... Now listen, I'm the first person, I appreciate males and their aesthetic and their looks all day and all night long. I love men. Mark was okay. But never trust a man with nubby fingers. Never. That's rule number one. How Nicki Minaj say, rule number one, to be a boss ass bitch, never don't trust a man with nubby fingers. If the nail don't come all, I'm just saying, you got to look at the nails. You got to.
Gorgeous
but
daughter.
The old one.
Matt.
And Matt had nubby fingers too. Why is Kenya attracted to men with nubby fingers? Matt had nubby fingers. Mark had nubby fingers. That's why I don't be working out. I mean, I'm just saying.
What was the other guy? Walter. I think allegedly she paid for them too.
Yikes. Now listen. I don't know if Kenya paid for Walter. I'm not sure if Kenya paid for Walter, but I do believe it was fake. I do believe it was an arrangement. We know that Walter and Kenya dated while she was in Los Angeles. So when she found out that there was an opportunity for her to move to Atlanta and be on this show, she called up an old fling and said, hey, do you want to play my boyfriend? That's how that worked, allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, but I know this is true too. Okay, I'm a Real Housewives of Atlanta kind of stuff. I know that's the truth. It was an old fling, that she called up and said, I need some help. Because y'all know they don't want you, usually on this show, they want you to have kids and they want you to have a husband. They want you to have a full functioning, like, sort of housewife life. And so she needed Walter to make it seem like, well, I am in a relationship. I am in a committed, deep, real relationship. He is thinking about posing the question, proposing to me, which is the reason why she was so adamant about him proposing. And Walter is like, what the hell is you doing? Because the fatal mistake that Kenya made was you got him to sign on to be your fake boyfriend. But you did not relay the message that you were going to be trying to get a ring. Because then y'all could have coordinated and he could have been on the same page. I mean, I'm just saying. So I do think that Kenya, that was definitely a setup. It was a setup. Just like how Martell, that's why Kenya knows that Martell and Sheree is a setup, because she knows all about it. She did it with Walter. Now, I do believe that and Kenya, Hollywood wasn't calling, so she had to come to Atlanta, which is one of the reasons why y'all are wondering why Courtney is being so thirsty and making a mountain out of a molehill regarding Kandi and the situation. Well, do y'all recall season 5 when Kenya was upset with Portia for the Miss USA, Miss America switch up, mash up, mix up? It's the same difference. Courtney is trying to secure her spot. Kenya tried to secure her spot. That's what you do. So Kenya can call out Courtney for being inauthentic because everything about Kenya's season 5 storyline was fake. Nothing about Kenya's life in season 5 was real. She's an actress and she used this opportunity. It's like Kenya is the Christine Quinn of RHOA. Y'all know how Christine Quinn went on to call her daddy and said the whole thing is fake and they chose me to be the villain, and I leaned into it and played it like I was about to win an Oscar. Kenya was looking for her EGOT. Everything about season 5 regarding Kenya Moore hair care is fake. Walter, fake. The beef with Portia, fake. The booty, that's fake too. Now, Matt, I do think Matt was real. Marla's going in on her boyfriend's child. I did not mean to go in like that. So then they start going in on Kandi and her fans. All right, so let's listen. Listen. This is why I said if you a Kandi Coded Click member, this might be triggering.
So now
the Kandi camp gonna come get your ass.
Wait, well, I'm not really worried about. They're all Candy's fans are all old and tired and washed up anyway. Ain't nobody worried about that.
Whoa, Candy's fans, according to Mr. Jason Lee, they're old, tired, and washed up. And then he goes on to say that they're nothing but old church mothers who found out what Twitter.com was. Ooh.
She's put it out there that I don't like her, and her fans, of course, all these old, nasty, tired-ass church mothers that found a little Twitter.
Not nasty.
And here they go talk. People. Fuck y'all, all on my Twitter. But, she gaslights people. You're extremely manipulative. We're going to get into that in a minute. At least these are my opinions.
She's a gaslighter. She's a master manipulator. Her fans are old, tired, and washed up. Nothing but old, nasty church mothers who found out how to tweet. Whoa. Y'all know how Love B. Scott waged war on Bravo? Jason Lee done waged war on Kandi Burruss, Tucker, and her clique child. Where is Don, Juan, Carmen, and Jamie when you need them? We need the whole force to come after him. Wow. Now, if you are a part of the Kandi Coded clique, do you agree that y'all are nothing but church mothers? Now listen, like I said previously, I do believe that Kandi has a very loyal fan base, but I do not believe they're going to go on to say that you guys are under Kandi's spell, as if Kandi is a witch, that you guys are hypnotized on voodoo. I think you guys are just loyal to a fault.
She has them fooled.
It's like she has some kind of voodoo on them.
Yeah.
Some kind of spell.
All right. And then they start talking about Kandi's sex life.
Kandi has definitely been one who has not been stingy. We're giving up her goodies.
Whoa, she's not stingy with the kitty cat. This is where it starts to get real petty, y'all. Trigger alert. Trigger warning. She says Kandi is not a stranger to giving up the kitty cat. Listen, she goes further by saying that she's a super freaky girl, super freaky. And she is very domineering in the bedroom. She's very masculine in the bedroom. She likes to suck a little toe and nibble on some armpits and revealing all of Kandi Burruss and her kinks. Whoa.
Kandi is like a sex freak. That bitch know you got to lick right here and you suck a toe. She told all of us when your man gets out the shower, lick under his bitch. I ain't licking under.
Licking under his armpit?
Yes, and when I Googled
Whoa.
it,
That's a really type of level whore.
That's
Listen, Marlo, are you sex kinking shaming? Are you shaming her sex kinks? Let Kandi, I don't got a problem with it. Listen, I done nibbled and I done sucked. They call me an undercover freak. A lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Boom. And if I love your ass, oh, baby. Ah! I don't blame Kandi. That's why all of y'all getting divorces. Because you don't want to lick no toes. You don't want to suck no armpits. You refuse to get a golden shower. You don't want to eat no ass. Now, that's the basic fundamentals of pleasing your man. Eat that man. I would encourage all of my ladies to be open to the possibility of maybe eating your man's ass. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Don't sexually assault him. Get consent. Okay, let me backtrack. If he's saying no, okay, then you need to just stop. But I feel like that's a lot of problems in a lot of these straight relationships. You think that a man getting his ass ate is super, super gay. And I'm telling you, if you want to super, super keep your man and have him stay where he at, you better lick that ass. Okay? How Nicki Minaj and Big Sean said, ass. Anywho, moving on. Now they're talking about Kandi Todd and the threesomes that they do.
yes, top. I heard be tired of all the damn women in the coochie. You be tired. Like she love women. Kandi, I just told you, it's more like the man.
Child, not Kandi love women.
Is Kandi a good mom?
You know what?
All right, so now we're off of sex. I feel like this was a very masterful answer.
Is Kandi a good mom?
You know what? I would say Kandi is definitely a great provider as a mother. She really is.
Tamar said that Kandi be wearing fake designer clothes.
Now, see, I have not witnessed that.
Okay, so y'all do know that Tamar and Jason Lee are friends, right? Tamar's so messy. Tamar, you're messy. Tamar texted Jason Lee and said that Kandi Burruss Tucker be wearing fake designer clothes. Now, she probably has them custom made in the same manner that Karen Huger does. You get a little tailor because they're women of particular body sizes, right? Not saying that Candy's big, but Kandi has. So she might want to get it tailored and fixed and, whatever. A custom fit. She has a body. It's giving Coke bottle. A new body. But it's like, damn, Tamar, you're messy. How do you know Kandi be wearing fake designer? I feel like Marlo would know because in this very same episode, she said that Drew Sidora be taking all her shit back to Saks and Neiman's and Nordstrom's and everywhere else. Any other department store, the Reals. I mean, I'm just saying. So I feel like Marlo would know if Kandi's wearing fake designer. So I think Tamar was just being a hater. So we don't really believe that Kandi is wearing fake designer, but then they start talking about Kandi's vocal abilities and it just goes downhill from there. Chile.
In front of me.
Tamar said that Kandi can't sing.
She writes amazing, though.
There you have it, folks. I told y'all it was super messy. Listen. Links are down below. Tune into the entire episode on YouTube tomorrow. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.